So the ways to block in Undisputed, there's a couple of ways. Obviously, holding RT is going to put your guard up. Naturally, this is going to be good. You can go with your analog stick, you can go down, and you hold down and you get the kind of bodyguard. As you see with Fury, we're going to go down for the bottom and we're going to go up for the high. So you can just constantly hold this, and naturally, as you block, you will lose your... It's not necessarily like you use your block, but you lose your success rate of it. So that's going to be RT, and then RT is going to do up automatically, so it's going to protect your head. If you hold down, it will do your body, and you got to pick. So if, for instance, if I'm walking into him and I hold down constantly, he hits me in the head. Preferably will do in a second. You see that it will have a bit more of an effect. If I'm holding up here, he will try and go for down, and depending on the level of the ability that you're going against will depend on how the effectiveness of their shots are going to go. You then also hold LT, and you can kind of move a little bit of body movement. Now this, you can utilize your block as well with this, so I can body move and hold the block. I could just move it. So for instance, if I'm just trying to be a little bit more cocky online, obviously I move it without the block. You can then obviously move the block itself, go up and down, and that's kind of like your basic blocks. You want to be looking to kind of counter off this and throw a little bit of a punch. Naturally, as you go against kind of bigger opponents, you might find that, or better opponents as such, you might find that they'll do a slip and weave. You can't really block against, because that's the whole point of counters. So you've kind of just got to block what's there with you, to be honest, and you got to counter on the ability of it. So if you see them throwing a punch, you can either just normally block, hold L2 and do some head movement, go off for the counter, look for a big punch, look for kind of like that slip, and you just going for the absolute whack. But they're really the only ways that you can block. RT for the full block, and down with the analog for the right analog for the body. LT and movement with your head, and then also holding RT will put up another block as well.